Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Homan and in today's tutorial we're going to build a horror menu inside a TV screen with a noise effect and full mouse interaction in Unreal Engine 5. Let's start with a blank template and pick a name for the project. First, let's create a basic level and save it in Maps folder. For this tutorial, I'll be using an old interior furniture pack from Fab, also this wood material pack, and this old TV model. I'll put the links in the description for your access. I have old vest and wood material pack right here. Now let's create a folder and name it main. Create meshes folder inside main folder. Create another folder inside meshes and name it TV. And now let's import the TV model to our project. I'm using the GLTF format of TV model, by the way. When importing the TV model, make sure to check combine static meshes and also disable the nanite. Okay, now that the meshes are set up, let's create a blueprints folder inside the main folder. Let's create a new blueprint class, choose actor and name it BPTV. Let's open it up. Alright, in Components tab, add a static mesh for the TV. Let's change the name to SM_TV. Now I'm gonna drag and drop the TV model into the static mesh source. Okay, let's add a separate mesh for TV screen. I'm gonna adjust the plane so it fits perfectly inside the TV and appears as the TV screen. Okay, this looks good. Let's also move the TV on the x-axis so that when we drag it into the scene, it's easier to place it directly on the table. For the next step, let's jump into creating the static noise effect on the TV screen. Open up your content browser and create a materials folder inside main folder. Create a new material and name it m_static noise. Next, create a material instance and assign it to the TV screen. Now let's open up the master material. The method is to pan and also rotate on a noise texture to simulate a static noise. Let's import the noise texture. Add a texture coordinate and connect it to panner node. Hold 1 on your keyboard and left click to create a constant. Convert it to a parameter and name it noise speed. Then change the default value to 1. Now connect the panner to a rotator. Then connect the rotator to noise texture sample. Connect RGB to a round node. Multiply the output by a constant value, convert it to a parameter and name it noise strength. Now connect the final output to emissive color. Hold 3 on your keyboard, left click to create a vector 3 node. The black color is okay, just connect it to the base color. Now as you see, we have a simple static noise effect. Let's get back to the TV blueprint. This looks very good. Let's continue by creating the menu widget blueprint. Create a UI folder inside blueprints. Now right-click and from User Interface section, create a widget blueprint. I'm gonna name it WBP menu. Let's open it up. Let's add a canvas panel as root element. Then add a vertical box inside it. Let's increase the size of the vertical box. Then I'm gonna center it by changing the anchor to center and resetting the position. We also need to change the alignment to 0.5. Now let's add a button with a text inside it. Change the size to fill and align it at the center. Also make the background transparent because we don't want to see any background. I'm gonna change the text to play. Also change the size to 120. I have added a custom font. You can use any font you like. Let's also change the padding to 20. Alright, the button is ready. Let's duplicate it 2 times because we're gonna have 3 buttons on the menu. Just change the text to options and exit. Very good, our widget blueprint is ready. Let's compile and close it. Now let's add a widget component to our TV blueprint. In the details panel, look for widget class and select WBP menu. Next, we need to adjust the widget on the TV screen. If you pay attention, the widget is a little bit cropped out. In order to fix this, just check Draw at desired size. Now let's drag the TV to the scene. When you want to interact with the widget using the mouse cursor in 3D space, Unreal Engine needs a way to trace from the cursor to the widget. This is done using the Widget Interaction Component, which works like a virtual mouse that shoots a ray and sends hover and click events to the widget. We need a possessed pawn that looks at the widget. By enabling the mouse cursor, the Widget Interaction Component shoots a ray from the pawn, making the widget clickable. If this sounds complicated right now, don't worry, it will become much clearer as we move forward. So let's make a pawn and name it BP Menu Controller. First, I'm gonna add a cube. It will make it easier to work with it in the scene. Now add a Widget Interaction Component. In the Details panel, search for Auto Possess and set the possession to player 0. Let's drag the pawn into the scene. Let's rotate the pawn so it's looking directly at the TV. Alright, this is what we wanted. When we run the game, the camera is looking at the TV. Alright, now select Widget Interaction and change the interaction source to mouse. Let's also enable the debug mode. Okay, now we need to enable and show the cursor in the scene when running the game. Let's open up the level blueprint. Drag from Begin Play and search for Input Mode Game and UI. Let's connect the player controller. Now drag from it and search for Show Mouse Cursor. Make sure to disable Context Sensitive option. Let's connect the player controller and it's done. Now we should be able to see a red dot on the widget when we hover over the buttons. As you see, it's not appearing on the buttons. That's because when the pawn shoots the trace, it hits something with a collision. But now the trace is hitting the TV collision instead of the widget. We can fix this by disabling the collision for screen and also the TV. Now if you run the game, all the buttons in the widget are clickable. I'm not gonna implement any logic for the buttons on click event, but for demonstration purposes, let's just print a string on click. One important thing that I almost forgot, we need to define the left mouse button for the Widget Interaction Component so we can actually click the buttons. Let's get back to BP Menu Controller, drag the Widget Interaction to the graph, drag from it and search for Press Pointer Key and also Release Pointer Key. Now right-click and search for left mouse button event. Connect press to press and release to release. You can specify the key independently on the press pointer key, or you can directly connect the key from mouse event. Now, as you see, we can click all the buttons. Now that everything is set up, let's create our horror scene. This is going to be a super easy setup. Let's make a room using basic cube. I'm gonna choose a table from Old West Furniture and place the TV on it. Now bring the menu controller and try to adjust the camera angle. Let's add a bed and also a dresser to the scene. Next, I'm gonna remove the scene lights and add a rect light to TV blueprint. Go ahead and add the post-process volume to decrease the scene exposure. Now let's assign wood materials to walls and floor. If you find this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps support the content and lets me know you want more tutorials like this. Thanks for watching.